안녕하세요. 나는 Anushka Sen. 감사합니다. 네. I know some people would say, "Arey, but you're like pretty." So I mean, how will that go like with an assassin? But that's what we want to break stereotypes. That it does not matter who that person is, what their age is, whatever. It's about acting. It's about the content. There's the duality where they can be cute also, but they'll be like. There'll be this swag and they'll be like, whoa, who's this? Even BTS, the entire gang, they're amazing. I would love to meet them.
So, hi, and joining us on midday.com, we have the lovely Anushka Sen.
Thank you so much.
And you've been shooting a very exciting project called Asia in
Yes.
Seoul.
Yeah.
So, what has that whole experience been like?
The experience is just beautiful and it's been going great. I just shot my first schedule of a film Asia and it was just lovely. I'm playing an assassin for the very first time, and the whole pre-production process, the production main filming process has been going just lovely.
And it's a multicultural team, like multilingual as well. So, how has that been? Like, meeting people of different cultures and working together, collaborating.
So, when I was even young, I was always telling my parents that I want to explore the world. I always, whenever I get time, if you see, I'm always out with my parents, traveling the world, exploring different countries. Because I've always loved to experience different culture. Because India has so much culture, obviously, but Asia and the entire world has so much culture. To work in an environment where there are people from different diversities and have different culture, different backgrounds, it's just beautiful because you learn so much from them, and it's also so much fun to work with different kind of people. I worked with Malaysian people this time, people from Thailand, Korea, obviously, and it was just lovely. And you'll be surprised how easy it was. Like, it was just beautiful.
And playing an assassin, I'm sure that's, quite interesting. It's obviously not something you do normally. So, what was that preparation like?
So, there's always like, I want to do roles which break stereotypes, and I have been trying to take up roles which are challenging, and people are like, oh, she can do this also. I don't only want to do it for myself, but also for people who think that sometimes, I've like heard people telling me that you can only do such kind of roles, like XYZ. And I don't agree with them because I think it's about the vision of a director, how they see a person, how they see an actor. It's about your own vision and about the team. It should just match. Then so they let me play an assassin, which was just like, they actually, when we first communicated, they asked me that what is something that you want to do and you've not done before. I was like, I would love to play an assassin. I've played a freedom fighter, I've played a superhero, for God's sake, but I've never played an assassin. And I know some people would say, "Arey, but you're like pretty." So I mean, how will that go like with an assassin? But that's what we want to break stereotypes. That it does not matter who that person is, what their age is, whatever. It's about acting. It's about the content. I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to do that, and it's been growing very smoothly, and I'm learning so much.
Yeah, and as we know, you consume a lot of Korean content as well, K-pop, K-drama. So, how did that start?
So in 2020, when there was lockdown and I was really bored at home and very worried, so I was like, what to watch which will make me feel better? Then I just discovered K dramas. I was like, okay, it has romantic comedy, which is one of my favorite genres. So I was like, okay, let's try this out. And I immediately fell in love with it. And I started watching K dramas so much. Like, lockdown was literally spent with like K dramas, knowing about actors, knowing about the K pop industry. Whenever I used to watch, I would be like, oh, something like this I would love to do. Some content like this I would love to do. I would love to work with, people like this, and it'll be so different, it'll be so unique. And then that actually got manifested 2 years later. Boom, I'm in Korea, in Seoul, shooting in Han River. I was like, there were times I was feeling like this is a dream, this is not true, this is not true, this is a dream. So I'm really glad that I got the opportunity. I'm really grateful.
And which are your forever favorites when it comes to K-drama and K-pop also?
There's so many. I've cried with these shows. I've been on the edge of my seat. Like, I recently watched a show called Little Women, and that is something that will literally, like, it's like brain twisting. It's mind boggling. I would definitely suggest you watch it. Little Women is just amazing. There's three women in lead, just killed it. I love that show. If there's an adaptation of it, here, that'll be so fun. So Little Women, Crash Landing on You, obviously,
Yeah,
because
that's
everybody like
obvious.
loves it. I've cried with that show. Honestly, it's so emotionally, so like, and they got married in real life. Now they have a baby together. It's like, yeah, perfect. I mean, that's like fairy tale come true. So that, and for sure, there's this show called W, which was like a comic and real life, like two worlds together. It was just very different. There's a whole list of shows that I have rewatched also. Business Proposal, Legend of the Blue Sea, I've watched it again and again, but there's some shows which are very different. I've not even seen in Hollywood. So it's just so wonderful that Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Korean industry, they all have their own kind of styles, own kind of content. There's so much you can learn. Yeah, this is the best job. I mean, I really enjoy my job, that you can learn so much. Never you will be like, oh, I'm fulfilled. Like, I'm sure even the most senior actors today feel like I have to do 10 more roles, 50 different kind of movies. So yeah.
True, that's so true. And we can't not talk about K-pop. So who are you listening to, and who is your K-pop crush currently?
Right now I'm listening to this song called Shutdown. It's just that music, that violin, it's just amazing, and it just wakes me up in the morning. So today, like, I woke up really early and I couldn't really sleep last night. Very silly reason. There was actually a mosquito disturbing me. I couldn't find that mosquito at night. But I also had some work and I was busy yesterday night, so I couldn't sleep. So I was like, okay, I have to get my coffee and music. And Shutdown is that music. You're like, yes, I'm ready for my day. So Shutdown is that music, like song that I'm really liking. I'm currently really, really crushing on Jungkook because that performance. I've always loved Jungkook. He's like a cutie pie. I would love to meet him. And he's like, they have that duality where, of course, they're talented artists, not forgetting that, but they have the duality where they can be cute also, but they'll be like, there'll be their swag and they'll be like, whoa, who's this? We, and like, even BTS, the entire gang, they're amazing. I would love to meet them. I've never been to a concert ever, any concert. So if I can go to a concert, I would love to go Blackpink, BTS, and yeah, I would love to do that.
And you've been doing a lot of wonderful work back home as well, and your films have traveled to festivals. So, do you plan to do something full on like a masala Bollywood film also?
Of course, why not? I mean, that's the best part. That's why I was saying that I love my job, that I can experiment so much. Festival films are a very different kind of genre where you have to be very raw and organic there. Like, you can't act actually. That you are not acting in those. You're very like there and you're feeling what those characters are feeling. So I'm not saying that commercial movies have their overacting. That is not true actually. If you see, it depends film to film. There's some movies which are dramatic, that's the right word, that which is dramatic. It needs that kind of a drama happening so that people are enjoyed, like that masala film. There's so many kinds of genres that I have to still do. I want to work in South, I want to work in Bollywood commercial films. There's so much I have to do, and I am hoping that coming down the line, 5 years, I can do different work. Yeah.
And any Indian, collaborations that you are waiting for, like directors, actors?
Like, I would love to work with Rohit, so obviously, because I've met him and he's one of the most amazing human beings. I would love to work with him. Sanjay Leela Bhansali is one of my most favorite directors. I mean, obviously, the best part. So I'm actually studying filmmaking. I'm in my third year. I'm graduating next year in like March. Filmmaking, I've realized that Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir's film have that culture, that India roots in every film. Like, for example, Gangubai had like this Gujarati, that background. Ramleela will also have some cultural touch. So that cultural touch is something like I would love to do that song, or that kind of where you have to portray yourself in like that. It's just so beautiful. Imtiaz Ali sir, his films are absolutely different. So that's what I love about our Indian cinema, that it not only has masala films, but it also has art. It also has like those super entertaining films, but also has films which can actually, like Tamasha. I think it's one of the most underrated films because it just made me feel like I was on the edge of my seat and I was like, wow, this is something intense. So yeah, I would love to do, these kind of contrast work.
And at 20, like you said, you are balancing your filmmaking course and work as well and travel. So, how do you manage all that? That sounds like quite a task.
Yeah, it is quite a task, but I enjoy it. I actually enjoy being busy. I don't like sitting at home idle at all. Sometimes, it's good for a me time, for a break, something like that. But I always like to learn, like when I have a break, I would like always be involved in something or the other. For example, fitness has become a very big part of my life recently. I've started going to the gym, have started working out, focusing on my fitness and mental health. But I also have like I also play electric guitar, so I'm learning that as well. It's a lot. If you see, it's a lot of work, but then once you if you actually want to do it, no, you kind of find time. If you are doing it by force, if you're doing it that it's not your passion, it's somebody else's, and you have to forcefully do it, maybe you'll not be able to do it. But if it's your thing, you really want to do it, you can find time.
And as an influencer, with so many people keeping track of your every move, so then do you feel that pressure sometimes that, oh, I can't go wrong? So many people are look at me as an idol, and
Right,
so
right.
yeah.
No, see, of course, I'll not say that I'm afraid, but I do realize that there's a certain kind of a responsibility when it comes to being not only an actor but influencer. Because some people really blindly follow people like us who are like famous and who have been in the industry. So I always keep in mind that that there are also kids who follow me. Yeah. There are parents always who come up to me and they say that my kid is a huge fan. They always do wear whatever you are wearing. They try to say whatever how you say it. They try to watch what you are watching. So I have the responsibility on my shoulders that okay, yeah, I have to remind myself that okay, these are the people I am kind of representing as well. I am responsible. So yeah, I don't take it as a pressure, but I take it as that it's a very big like opportunity, or it's a very big thing. I should be grateful for that so many people look up to me at this age. I'm just 20. There's so many people I look up to. I look up to Deepika Padukone. She's opened her own skincare brand. She's become an entrepreneur. She's a philanthropist. She's just amazing. Like she's doing so much. So, I look up to so many people. There's Priyanka Chopra, Alia Bhatt, so many people. How I look up to them, there's so many people who are looking up to me. At this age, I have to be careful. I have to be responsible. But when I meet those kids and their parents and they come and they say that, my kid, they really love you and they really follow you. I just become so emotional. I actually can't speak. Sometimes I become speechless because it's a very big deal for me because I'm like, dude, even I'm a kid. So I'm like, dude, even I'm a kid and a kid is saying that I want to become like you. They're there was a time where there was this parent and they said that I want my kid to become like you. That was like a huge deal. I was like, whoa, that is huge. So yeah, I'm really grateful.
Yeah, that's so true. And like you said, you started out really young and you have done TV, and that's not easy at all, the hectic schedules. So, how did you kind of manage that? And has that kind of helped you also become a better actor today?
Absolutely. TV plays an important role because time management, first of all, is something that TV teaches you because there's no time for learning your scripts. There's no time for, taking breaks or stuff like that. When you do lead roles, it's like, but it's not only me, my team also, they are also rushing. Like directors I've seen, they never sit only for 2-3 days now, they have not slept. Everybody, in fact, together, it's a team effort. So that's what I learned from TV. And now that I think every kind of project teaches you something. Festival teaches me something else, commercial teaches you something else. Everything, like all the projects have taught me, like little bits of these characters have always been inside me and has made me the person that I am today. So I'm really grateful for all the roles that I've done, all the kinds of work that I've done, all the directors I've met, all the amazing co-actors I've worked with. So yeah, I'm really 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 happy about that.
And now that you've started your international journey as well, so who's on your list there that you want to collaborate with?
I would love to collaborate with so many people. Like I've just started working in South Korea in Seoul, and I don't want to limit myself anywhere. I want to even explore the whole world when it comes to cinema. Cinema anywhere is, it's all about passion and content. It does not matter what the language is or whatever the medium is. But I want to explore more different countries as well. When it comes to Seoul, there's so much to do now. It's just the beginning. I want to collaborate with of course, Lee Min-ho is one of my favorite actors. I would love to collaborate with him. I would love to collaborate with Blackpink. That'll be like I learn so much, their dances and everything because I love dancing. So I would love to learn their routine and do it with them. That'll be fun.
And of course, we have to get you to say something in Korean, like what you have learned as
Of
of now.
course, of
So,
course. 안녕하세요. 나름은 Anushka Sen. 감사합니다. 네.
thank you.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.